Hello tribe, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at what archetype wants to work with you and why. I'm going to be using the archetype deck. And some of you may want to choose from the number 1, 2, or 3. Others of you may want to choose from the object from the thumbnail. So I'll show it to you right now. If you need some more time, stop the video. I'm going to start shuffling the archetype deck. And choose intuitively, set an intention, ask the question, which group do I need to hear? Here are your 3 options. Option number 1, 2, and 3. See which one you call to, and I will see you in timestamps. Hello group number 1, let's see what archetype we have for you. What archetype wants to work with you? You have the threshold. Now, this archetype is about growth, is about, some people are a little bit afraid of this archetype because in order for you to grow, there are parts of yourself that you gotta leave behind. This is the card that signifies who I was, I am no more. There may be changes that are happening if you work with this archetype, even in your physical sense, physical self, the appearance. You may want to change something about your wardrobe. You may change the way you walk, the way you talk. And it's not that you're becoming someone else. There are different parts of yourself that you're pulling from, and you're using those parts for initiation. Now, what to watch out for is resistance with this archetype. This would be the shadow aspect of it. Resistance, refusal to grow, having any barriers or boundaries, being very tight. This archetype's light aspects are growth, being an individual that really doesn't depend on the fashion of others or what is fashionable right now, what's happening in the world. I am me. A little bit about this archetype from the book. It says, we cross thresholds continually, consciously and unconsciously. Doorways, gates, and entryways grace our path on a daily basis. When this card arises, it signifies that the precipice you stand upon is not your typical one, however. You have arrived at the threshold of initiation, here to usher you into a new reality. It requires you to leave behind the you that you thought was so well formed. A new frontier calls. This is not easy work. Threshold initiation means a part of you will be lost in order to make space for what is next. A metaphorical death must occur. Some may not recognize you. You may struggle to recognize yourself. The ground seems to crumble as you free fall into your new reality. This is the liminal realm. One step, dear friend. Just take that one necessary step toward the future that calls you. Let's get tarot, and I'm really drawn to the tarot, gold leaf tarot for you. Are you ready? I'm hearing. If you want to work with this archetype, are you ready to cross that threshold? Are you ready to leave behind what you know needs to be left behind? Are you ready to face the unknown? Are you ready to dive in? This is good actually for you. It's as if this archetype is waiting for you to make a decision here. Some of you have made it already, and this decision is connected to your goals and dreams. It seems like the moment you take that step here is exactly when you're stepping towards, closer to your goals and dreams here. Initially, it may be difficult for you to make that decision because you may have a lot of questions. What's going to happen? What I'm going to do? What I'm going to be faced with? I don't know. I've never been there. But if you look at the colors of this card, right about when you take that step forward, we are stepping into orangey reddish color. This is somewhere where your passion lies. So you may be stepping towards your passion. This archetype is saying, are you ready to do so? Because this needs your consent. This needs your decision. This needs you to sit down and say, I am ready for it, and I'm going to start working towards this. Are you ready for happiness? I feel like some of you have been delaying this for way too long. Are you ready for happiness? Are you ready to accept it? It's out there. It is out there. And the celebration will take place. What to avoid? What to avoid? Going back to the past. Or staying stagnant for way too long. Stagnancy is not a bad thing. At times we have to stop, digest, and then continue moving. But I'm talking to those who've been stagnant for way too long, and you know this. Also, what to watch out for, some people are looking way too frequently at their past and they're not recognizing what's happening right now and what opportunities may happen in the future, what's coming to them. They're blind to that. So that would be what to watch out for. How can you best work with this archetype? First, acknowledge that you won't know everything, how everything will turn out to be. That you may feel afraid, and that's okay. But don't allow that fear to dictate your moves. Because I'm feeling afraid, I'm not stepping anywhere. I'm just gonna stay there in that darkness and I'm not gonna move. Do not allow that fear to dictate your actions, okay? It's okay to feel fear of the unknown. It's perfectly fine. We all have that. That's normal for us. This is just our bodies telling us, hey, watch out. We don't know what to expect, right? But I feel like a lot of great things are happening for you if you take that step. We're seeing happy relationship with the self as well as with others. If we are diving into particular scenarios here, I'm seeing someone building a beautiful home or having resources to do so, or I'm seeing someone getting engaged or engaged in a particular passionate project. Okay? If you want to go deeper, you may want to search on Google Bob Dylan's Standing in a Doorway. And just listen to it and see what you're getting. Some of you may take with yourself one word that you've been needing, and that one word will seem like an answer to you. Others of you, you'll want to flow with the rhythm, and you're going to be getting messages from that. Others of you will want to dive into lyrics and just listen to everything that's being said and scan what's for you and what's not. I hope this was helpful. If you want to participate, type I agree in the comment section down below. A week or so later after I posted this video, I'll come back and I'll choose one or a couple of you to read for. I will reply to your comment right here below this video. No need to give me any personal info. Make sure you have notifications on though, okay? I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey group 2, let's see what archetype wants to work with you right now. You have the Venom. We're going to be clarifying this card. Why is this archetype here? Why is this archetype here? What is best to do? What is best to do about it? And what can happen by working with this archetype? What can we expect happening by working with this archetype? Oh, wow. This is important, group number 2, whoever clicked on this video. Alrighty, let's talk about the venom itself. The last aspects of this archetype are about self-realization through suffering. Now, what this means in this scenario for you, there is something that you keep saying yes to in your life that you know acts like a toxin in your system. It could be anything. It could be your thoughts. It could be a particular relationship. It could be some sort of habit that you keep saying yes to, even though you know that that habit is really, really unhealthy. I keep saying yes to something, even though this is damaging me. But that's not the problem itself. Because it seems like, not anymore, okay? If you're gonna decide to work with this archetype, the main thing what this archetype wants you to know is that this is a really important lesson that you are taking with yourself to your future. This is a very valuable tool. But you gotta identify that toxin and say, okay, maybe I screwed up. I keep doing this. And I keep giving into this. It's not about self-judgment, this pile. It's about realizing what we gotta cut off. Realizing where that habit came from and changing it with a better habit for a better tomorrow. Okay? The dark aspect of this archetype is unwillingness to find a solution or forgive. This could be someone who keeps clinging on to the past event. Oh my God, that bastard, or oh my God, that person, or life happened, but I feel like it's always me, it always happens to me, or this situation happened because the world is a bad place. What are we giving into? There is some sort of conflict within that is happening either in your head. Yeah, it's a lot of thoughts I'm seeing here. A lot of thoughts. I have this inner conflict about this that I keep carrying with myself that doesn't let me be. A little bit about the venom. The poison, the curse, the toxin. Much to our dismay, the venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another. Its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, thoughts, speech, or environment. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally that it is built into our every exhale. We breathe out carbon dioxide and the plants return it to us as oxygen. Archetypal venom is rarely remedied as easily, however, and it can come in potent forms and quantities that are deeply damaging to us and to the world. When the venom card appears, there is a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change is the second. The remedy will reveal itself in time and, with it, forgiveness. So who do we need to forgive? Is it the self? Is it the other? Forgiveness is the first step, right? Because it seems like, and we're not forgiving for someone else. We're forgiven for ourselves because there is something that you're carrying with you that is really hurting you, not anyone else. And this archetype wants to work with you, says, hey, I'm highlighting certain things for you here for your own benefit. Once we do that, that's when we can move forward. Smooth sailing. What we're being met with after we work with this archetype and we take the advice, we're being met with, as you can see, with a lot of options. Options that are going to make your heart sing. Options that are going to make you feel that you are seeing the world in brighter colors. You're going to be singing. You're going to be dancing. You'll want to celebrate. You're going to be singing. You're going to go, why didn't I do it sooner? Because once I acknowledged this and started changing this, that's exactly when the Wheel of Fortune came into my life. My life changed drastically. The quality of my life changed drastically. I'm not suffering anymore from this. I'm not carrying this with myself. I'm not slowly poisoning myself anymore. Therefore, I have more energy. I'm much more radiant. Even the way you look may change. Your skin may glow. Your eyes are not as puffy. No dark circles. So find what's in that system. This archetype is here for a reason. If you want to participate, type agree in the comment section, and I will choose one or a couple of you after I post this video. I'll come back to it a week or so later to read for, and I will do it here right below this video's comment section. So no need to give any personal info. I will reply to you here. Just have your notifications on, okay? I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Okay, group 3, let's see what we have for you. What archetype wants to work with you? We have the self. Let's get the cards and let's get clarifying. We're going to be using the gold leaf tarot. The High Priestess. This is the higher self. Okay. How can we work with it? How can we work with it? All right. The Eight of Cups, the Temperance, and what can we expect by working with this? What can we expect? Ooh, 2 more cards wanted to come out. The Ace of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. In which area of your life is this happening? I feel like I want the Steampunk Keeper. Bear with me here. In which area of your life will this be seen? Work, occupation, thoughts. Alrighty, let me have a sip of coffee. I didn't have an urge to in pile 1 and 2. Pile number 3 is all about self-realization. A wake-up call. Like, I don't know how about you, but the scent of the coffee wakes me up. And not so much the caffeine. It's just the scent of it. And here it seems like we're waking up to the real us. We are becoming bigger. This archetype wants you to see all the colors that you are made of. What we're leaving behind is minimizing ourselves, making ourselves seem smaller, or saying, no, I can't do that, or this other person does it much better. We're saying, I can learn as much as the others can learn. If I want to upgrade myself, I'll read some books, do the research, I'll get experience. I am and I can is what I'm getting from this. Let's talk about the self a little bit more. The light aspect of this card is witnessing, accepting new aspects of self. The dark aspect is disjointed, fatigued, diffused energy and purpose. The soul, the witness, the watcher. The self is a prison that allows the spectrum of our personalities to radiate. It does not judge, prohibit, suppress, or oppress any of its parts, as it lovingly knows that all aspects have a time and place, and leads us to experience the full breadth of our life's offerings. The self is the central abiding container, the awareness of the infinite universe of possibilities. When this card appears, it's a call to step back into witness consciousness, to observe yourself navigating the world. Ask yourself, am I the stew or am I the stew or am I the chef? In most situations, our ego draws us into the cauldron where we swirl, spin, and smolder in chaos. Yet the self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing as the spectrum of ingredients become the flavor of our life. Look in the mirror for 30 seconds or more. Attempt to see the you behind the you. That's exactly what the High Priestess talks about. It's not that we are looking, when we're looking at the mirror, we're not looking at the physical aspects. We're looking beyond that. This is the Heart card. This is the power center. We are right now being asked to work with the Self card in order for us to somehow connect to our purpose a little bit more. Connect to who we want to be in this world. What we're going to work on. What do we want to start focusing on? What career do I choose? What hobbies do I choose? And some of them can change over time, and that's fine, because there are plenty colors within you. So sometimes one of those are a bit more prominent than the others. How you can tap into, I feel like pile number 3 may want to look at pile number 2. These are connected. What I'm about to say, how to tap into this archetype a bit more. Some of you gotta recognize something that you're doing to yourself, to your body, that is not healthy. So this would be having a better discipline that helps your body feel more refreshed or stronger. This would be the first step. I honor the self. I understand that there is a spiritual aspect to me, but I understand that the soul has chosen to incarnate into the physical body, because without it, there is no growth. So let me focus on the physical self and make sure that my suit is in shape, is taken care of, and then everything else will come to you much easier. Now, what will happen if you work with this archetype? First thing that I'm hearing, expecting a raise or feedback from the environment. And it seems like that feedback is financial feedback. This could be a very creative project or idea, something that you're working on. It may not be all rainbows and unicorns, that journey. You may have to work your ass off at times. Not all the time. Not all the time. At times, it may not be easy, but don't give up, because you can get there. You will be rewarded for your efforts. You will be rewarded every time you want to explore new shores. You will get rewards for that. But when I say there may be hard parts to it, it doesn't mean that you have to work harder. The only way to earn good money is to work hard. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking to those who don't have, who struggle with commitment or discipline. I start something and I drop it. I start it and I drop it. But you don't know how close you are to your goal. So when you drop it, maybe there was only 1% left for you to try. So that would be something to watch out for. Okay? If this card is perplexing for you, you are on the right track. It challenges us to expand our sense of identity beyond the little self, and the ego resists such movement. I hope this made sense. If you want to participate, type I agree in the comment section. A week or so after I posted this video, I'll come back to it, read your comments, and I will do a mini reading here in the comment section. So just make sure you have notifications on. Okay? Have a wonderful week, and bye for now.